You can have abs, you can do pull-ups, you can even walk around with broad shoulders and veiny arms. But if you skip leg day, your body tells the truth. You don't look athletic. You look like a Wi-Fi signal, strong up top, weak at the base. And that's the mistake most guys make. They treat leg training like an optional bonus, something to do if they have time. But here's the truth. Legs aren't a bonus. They're the foundation, the engine room of your body. And ignoring them? That's like trying to build a skyscraper on sand. Leg workouts aren't just about size or shape. They're about unlocking something way deeper. Your strength, your power, your energy. The kind of stuff that turns a decent physique into a complete one. The kind of stuff that makes progress feel automatic. Because when you train legs the right way, everything else starts to change. Even parts of your body you're not directly working. Your hormones shift. Your metabolism kicks in. Your posture improves. You don't just look stronger, you become stronger. But maybe you've been avoiding it. Maybe you've told yourself leg workouts are boring, or too hard, or not worth the soreness the next day. Maybe you thought no one really notices your legs anyway, as long as your shirt fits tight around your arms, right? Here's the wake-up call. Your body isn't just a collection of muscles. It's a system, and if the biggest, most powerful part of that system is being neglected, you're not just holding back your legs, you're holding back everything. This isn't just about squats and soreness. This is about flipping a switch that's been off your whole life. It's about accessing the version of you that moves better, feels better, and looks like they actually train with intention. Not just for likes, but for legacy. Still think leg day is optional? Keep watching, because what's coming next will show you why skipping legs is the fastest way to stall your progress, and how training them can unlock the transformation you've been chasing for years. If this is already hitting close to home, hit that subscribe button, because what's coming next might just change the way you train forever. Why most physiques look strong but stay weak. You can train your chest every Monday and hit biceps religiously on Friday. But if your legs are missing, your body stays incomplete. From the front, it might look impressive. From the side or full body, the illusion collapses. You can't build real strength on a weak base, and your legs are that base. The reason is simple. Legs are your largest muscle group. When they don't get trained, you're leaving power, balance, and energy on the table. And it shows, not just in how you look, but in how you move. Struggling to walk upstairs without losing breath? That's not just cardio. That's a leg strength issue. Most people avoid training legs because it's hard. It burns more. It feels heavier. It doesn't give the instant visual payoff like a pumped biceps curl. But that pain? That's the signal that you're tapping into something real. Something your body needs to grow, not just to look good, but to function better in every single way. And here's the wild part. When you skip leg day, you're not saving energy. You're slowing your progress. Your metabolism doesn't fire the same. Your hormones don't respond the same. Your nervous system stays asleep. It's like training with the brakes on. Legs are the secret weapon nobody wants to use. And that's exactly why they work. Because when you push through the discomfort, you unlock growth that no amount of curls or crunches can match. You're not just working muscles. You're training your system to evolve. But that's just the surface. Why leg training triggers full body transformation. Here's the part no one tells you. Training legs doesn't just grow your legs. It changes your entire body. And it starts with one word most lifters ignore. Hormones. Every time you squat, deadlift, or hit a heavy set of lunges, your body sends an emergency signal to your brain. It says, "Hey, we need backup. Now." What happens next is pure biology. Your brain responds by releasing growth hormone and testosterone, the two most powerful agents for muscle gain, fat loss, and raw energy. And since your legs are the biggest muscle group in your body, that signal gets amplified. The result? Your upper body grows faster, your recovery improves, your strength multiplies. It's like turning on the master switch to your entire system. Suddenly, your chest day hits harder, your back gets thicker. Your arms don't just look pumped, they get denser. Because the system is now running on high. You didn't just train a body part, you activated the whole machine. But the benefits don't stop there. After a heavy leg session, your metabolism doesn't just wake up, it goes into overdrive. For the next 24 hours, your body stays in fat-burning mode. You can be on the couch watching Netflix, and your engine is still running. That's not hype, it's the afterburn effect, and legs are the most effective trigger for it. Now think about this. How many times have you pushed through 10 sets of curls hoping to see real change, only to feel stuck? That's because you're targeting the decoration, not the structure. Training legs is like investing in the foundation of your house. The stuff no one brags about. But it's what makes the whole thing stand strong, no matter the weight. This is the shift. Legs aren't just for balance or proportion. They're the force multiplier for everything else you're working on. Ignore them, and you're working uphill. Train them, and your whole body follows. And the next part? That's where most people screw it up. The real reason. Most lifters avoid leg day. Let's be honest, most people don't skip leg day because they forgot. They skip it because it's uncomfortable. It demands more energy, more recovery, more focus. You can fake your way through a chest workout. You can phone it in on abs. But legs? They call you out. There's no hiding in a leg workout. Every rep hits deep. Every set feels heavy, not just on your muscles, but on your entire system. And that's exactly why it works. It forces you to face discomfort, and that's where real growth lives. Not in the mirror, not in the pump, in the pressure. But our brains are wired to avoid that. When something burns, shakes, or leaves us breathless, we think it's a sign to stop. When in reality, that's the threshold you're supposed to cross. That's where adaptation begins. And leg day? It brings that threshold fast. What makes it even harder is that results aren't instant. You don't hit squats for a week and wake up with tree trunks. Leg gains take time, consistency, patience. And most people today aren't wired for that. They want the quick fix, the short burn, the instant mirror check. That's why leg training is more than physical. It's mental conditioning. It builds discipline, pain tolerance, and presence. It teaches you how to stay focused when everything inside you wants out. And here's the truth. If you can learn to love leg day, every other part of training becomes easier. Because once you stop running from hard things, your entire mindset shifts. And when that happens, your body has no choice but to follow. But let's talk specifics. Because if you want real change, you need the right moves in the right places. The only leg exercises you actually need. You don't need 100 different leg exercises. You don't need to complicate your routine with machines, angles, and hacks. What you need is one solid move for each major area, and the focus to do it right. Simple doesn't mean easy. It means effective. Start with the quads, the front of your legs. At home, bodyweight squats. Feet a little wider than shoulder width, toes slightly turned out, chest tall. Go down to parallel and come up with control. If 30 reps feel too easy, Add weight, backpack, dumbbell, anything. In the gym, back squats. Bar on your traps, spine neutral, depth to parallel. Choose a weight that challenges you, where the last 2 reps are tough but clean. For the back side, hamstrings and glutes, you want the hinge. At home, that's the good morning. Hands behind your head, hinge from the hips, back flat. Move slow. Add weight if needed. In the gym, Romanian deadlifts. Soft knees, bar close to your legs, movement from the hips. Moderate weight, full control. You're not chasing numbers. You're building a chain of strength. Now the glutes, for power, posture, and shape. Home version, glute bridges. At the top, your torso and thighs form a straight line. Add challenge with one-leg variations or elevated feet. Gym version, hyperextensions. Small range of motion. Rise just to neutral. No arch. Hold a weight to your chest only after you've mastered control. Last piece, calves, stability, power transfer. At home, standing calf raises. Full range, hold at the top, slow on the way down. Add a backpack or go one leg if it's too easy. In the gym, the calf raise machine. Same rules. Full stretch, hard top contraction, slow return. Reps don't matter if the form isn't perfect. And here's the golden rule. Feel every rep. Don't just move through the motion. Don't let momentum steal your gains. When you train legs, every rep is either building something or wasting time. Be precise. Be present. That's what creates growth. But even with the right exercises, how often should you train them? Why one leg day a month doesn't work? One of the biggest mistakes people make with leg training is randomness. One brutal session every few weeks, and then nothing. They feel sore for days, hate the process, and wonder why nothing's changing. But here's the truth. Legs don't respond to punishment. They respond to rhythm. If you're just starting out, once a week is enough. But that one session has to be non-negotiable. Lock it into your schedule. Make it a ritual. Saturday morning, for example, that's leg day. It's not up for discussion. Because if you skip it once, you don't just miss a workout. You delay your progress by 7 full days. Now, if you're already consistent in your training, it's time to step up. Add a second leg session, not another heavy one. Balance is key. Do a tough workout on Monday with squats, deadlifts, and bridges. Then, a lighter session on Thursday with body weight work, lunges, and form focus. Strength and endurance. Power and control. Why not more? Because legs are big muscles. They need time to recover. More volume isn't always more results. In fact, if you train them heavy every day, all you're doing is digging a deeper hole. The real growth happens in the space between, in your rest, your sleep, your meals. That's where the muscle builds. Think of it like planting a tree. You can't yank it out every day to see if it's growing. You water it, you protect it, and you wait. Same with your legs. Train them hard. Let them rest. Then come back stronger. That's the rhythm. Train. Recover. Repeat. Miss one, you break the cycle. And if you still think leg day is optional, you're building your body on a weak foundation. But even if your routine is solid, if your recovery, sleep, and fuel are off, your legs still won't grow. How recovery and nutrition make or break your legs. You can train hard. You can show up every week. But if you're not sleeping right, eating right, and letting your body recover, your legs won't grow. They'll just stay sore, tight, and stagnant. Because muscle isn't built in the gym. It's built in the hours after. Start with sleep. 7 to 8 hours. Non-negotiable. That's when your body releases the growth hormone that repairs your muscle fibers, strengthens your joints, and fuels the gains you've been chasing. Going to bed at 2 a.m. and expecting real progress? That's like skipping leg day in disguise. Next, fuel. Your legs are the biggest muscles in your body. They burn more energy, demand more recovery, and need more building blocks. That means protein, at least 1.6 to 2 grams per kilo of body weight. That means carbs, not junk, but clean fuel to power your sessions. That means fats for hormone balance and energy stability. But it's not just about eating more. It's about eating consistently. Your body needs rhythm, just like your training. Eat enough. Eat on time. Eat with purpose. Muscles grow when they're fed, not when they're punished. And undereating is the silent killer of progress for most lifters. The last piece? Patience. Leg growth is a slow burn. You won't see insane changes in a week. But in 2 months, your body will move differently. You'll feel stronger walking upstairs. You'll notice your posture shift. You'll start to look like someone who actually trains with purpose. Training hard without recovery is just exhaustion. Real growth is a full system game. Rest, fuel, repeat. That's how you build a body that actually transforms. But there's one thing that amplifies all of this, and most lifters still ignore it. Why mind-muscle connection speeds up growth? You can have the perfect workout plan, the right reps, right sets, right form. But if your mind is somewhere else, your phone, your playlist, your to-do list, you're not training. You're just moving. And movement without intention is the fastest way to stay stuck. Here's the truth. Your muscles don't respond to motion. They respond to tension, to attention. That moment when you're fully present in the rep, feeling every inch of the descent, controlling every second of the lift. That's where the growth lives. When you train legs, this matters even more, because the movements are big, and the temptation to rush through them is high. But every squat, every hinge, every bridge, it becomes twice as effective when your brain is in the rep. You feel the burn more. You recruit more fibers. You send a stronger signal to your body. This matters. Satif, think about it. Have you ever walked out of a leg day drenched in sweat, but felt like nothing changed? That's what happens when you just go through the motions. The bar moves, your body moves, but your focus is elsewhere. And the body knows it. It doesn't adapt to distraction. Training with intention is a skill, and it can be developed. Start with 5 seconds before each set. Focus on the muscle you're about to use. Visualize the rep. Cut the noise. Breathe deep. This isn't fluff. It's the discipline that separates those who train from those who transform. And when that connection clicks, you don't just feel different, you look different. Every rep becomes a tool for growth, not just an obligation on a checklist. Now let's talk about one thing most people skip, but it's the secret weapon for long-term gains. The truth about stretching and long-term progress. After a brutal leg workout, the first instinct is to pack up and leave. You crushed your sets, fought through the burn, and now all you want is rest. But skipping those last 5 minutes? That's where long-term progress starts to slip through your fingers. Stretching isn't a waste of time. It's an investment in your next session. It helps your muscles recover faster, reduces that heavy, stiff feeling, and keeps your joints healthy over time. It's not about becoming flexible like a gymnast. It's about staying mobile, stable, and pain-free as your legs get stronger. Tight muscles lead to bad form. Bad form leads to injury. Injury leads to time off. And that's the real progress killer. A few minutes of targeted stretching after leg day keeps your body in the game. It makes each rep smoother, each session more efficient, each week more productive. And here's something most lifters never learn. Stretching also helps with mind-muscle connection. When you stretch the muscle you just trained, you reinforce the awareness. You feel it more. You understand its range. That builds control. And control builds muscle. Think of it like this. You wouldn't rev a high-performance engine without letting it cool properly. Same with your body. Training is the fire. Stretching is the cool down that protects your gains and preps your system for the next battle. It's not about doing the splits. It's about doing the work, then honoring the work. That's how you turn a good workout into lasting progress. And now that everything's on the table, let's wrap this up the way it started. Direct, honest, and no fluff. You can train your chest, your back, your arms, and still look incomplete. Because real transformation doesn't start at the top. It starts at the foundation. And your legs are that foundation. They hold your power. They drive your balance. They control your pace, your posture, your presence. Skipping leg day isn't just a missed workout. It's a message to your body. I'm not ready for real change. But now you know better. You've seen how leg training lights up your hormones, boosts your metabolism, and sends a full system signal for growth. You've seen how the right mindset, recovery, and rhythm turn hard workouts into unstoppable momentum. You've seen why the people who look strong and move strong, they never skip leg day. It's not about chasing pain. It's about choosing discipline, choosing intention, choosing to build a body that moves with power, balance, and control. Not just for looks, but for life. What's the one thing you're changing in your training after this? Drop it in the comments. If this video gave you at least one aha moment, drop a like, hit subscribe, and let's keep building this together.